Dorothea Lange. She was a photographer throughout the Great Depression. Many only know her because of this, but she had taken pictures before and after the Depression. Dorothea Lange was born May 26, 1895, in Jacobin, New Jersey. Dorothea Lange was the daughter of Henry Nitzhorn and Joan Caroline Lange, a librarian and a court investigator. Dorothea Lange took her mother's surname. When she was 7, she contracted polio, a sickness which would leave her limp. She thought that polio was the most important experience in her early life, except for her parents' marriage ending. Lange attended all 4 years at Waldaway High School from 1909 to 1913. By that time, Lange had already wanted to be a photographer. In 1913, she became an apprentice to the photographer Arnold Jenneth. From 1917 to 1918, Dorothea Lange took a course at Columbia University. Lange decided to go to San Francisco, but upon arrival, she and a friend were robbed of all their money.
This is a robbery.
Lange got a job at a photo finishing shop. She also joined a camera club. She had many friends who helped her open her own portrait studio. On March 21, 1920, she married Menard Dixon, an artist 20 years older than her. The couple had 2 sons.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
Just before the Depression, Lange had started learning about documentary photographs. These documentary photographs are what made her famous during the Depression. They're pictures of people, not just scenery. The Great Depression had a bad effect on Lange's business, until when one day she walked outside to see a worker awaiting his handout. He was turned away from the rest of the group with a grim face and folded hands. The picture was called White Angel Breadline. After that experience, Dorothea Lange was inspired to take more pictures of people and the effects that the Depression had on them. One of the most famous being the migrant mother. Her photographs became quite popular, and in the summer of 1934, her photographs were displayed at the Willard Van Dyke's Gallery in Oakland. By this time, Lange had already known that all she wanted to do was documentary photographs of people, nothing else. Lange agreed to work with Paul Taylor, an economist. It was about the problem with displaced farm workers. Paul Taylor eventually got a job to study migrant workers. Paul Taylor and Dorothea Lange both divorced their spouses and were married December 6th, 1935.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
She and her husband, Paul Taylor, had collaborated on The American Exodus. This was a book about migrant workers. One critic writes, "Nothing about her pictures was converted or artificial. Her warmth was so contagious that her subjects were virtually unaffected by the presence of the camera." Lange became the first woman to receive the Guggenheim grant for photography. She received this in 1941. During World War II, she also took pictures of Japanese Americans. After the war, Lang got a chronic illness which limited her work. She still taught, on occasion. Lang spent the last 2 years of her life preparing for an art studio in 1966. She died 3 months before the exhibit opened. Yeah, I know that was a bit over the top.